So I'm in my car. I just got to the Walgreens that's literally right behind my house. My supervisor was nice and allowed me to go home early. And I been struggling. I had no motivation at all today. I had to take my pill just so I could go to sleep. And I have to go get a refill and some other things like cat food and another Red Bull, and I need to get some food. And there's these two guys, and they've known me since I moved out here back in 2015. And basically, we're like the Three Stooges. And as soon as we see each other, we just start, talking shit and whatnot. So I thought it would be a nice change of pace to spread some comedy to the channel. So I'm about to go in and let's see what happens. They know about my YouTube channel. Um, they're probably going to be surprised that I started YouTubing again, but they've always been supportive of me. They never judged me. They genuinely care about me. And it just feels good whenever, you know, I have to go get my medication, and they always check up and see how I'm doing and whatnot. So let's go inside, I guess. And it's raining. Oh, it's you, lady.
Yes.
Okay, so I was mistaken. It's the two females, not my buddies.
What?
How long have you known me for? Since
I started here. It's 2 years though.
2 years?
Oh yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
You only work. Yeah, you only started a few months before me, right?
I was born
And then
February.
two. Yeah, because I started like that March or April or something like that. Yeah. Okay, so 3.
So these are like my two sisters that I don't have, but they're always nice to me also. Do you like working at Walgreens?
Yeah. It's alright.
Sure.
It's good.
It's alright.
Yeah.
You like working 7 days in a row, so you get 7 days off.
Yes.
I can barely do 3 days in a row. In
Oh,
fact,
no.
they let me go home early tonight and yesterday.
Oh, did they? Yeah, no, it pays the bills. I mean, I think about my kids, so we do what we gotta do to pay bills. We gotta do what we do to feed the kids.
Yep.
It's not about us anymore. It's about family factor. You know what I mean?
So we're getting closer to the end of the year. What's the craziest thing that has happened this year at Walgreens?
Crazy?
Well, there was that guy that came
Oh my
in
gosh.
with all the drugs.
Yes, that one is the highlight. Is the dude that came in here stealing, and he was just like that clown car with his pockets where they just kept finding drugs after drugs after drugs.
And food that he was stealing.
Yeah, he stole food from us too, and then he was like, "Am I going to jail?" Dude, you're going to jail.
Have you had anything happen recently?
Recently, no, not really. Nothing too crazy recently, but over the summer, that's what happened with that dude. It was funny, but not fun. We gave him a chance. He could have walked away, but he didn't.
Uh, so, if you could give me one piece of advice for mental health, what would it be and why?
I don't know. I mean, it's hard to give advices on that, you know what I mean? But I mean, from experience, you just gotta keep fighting. You gotta keep moving forward. Just, sometimes, yeah, there's days that you won't give up. There's days where, like, you want to defeat it, but you gotta think about what's important to you to move forward. You know, sometimes you just have to don't care fuck about anybody else feeling or feeling. You just gotta think about what's important for you. You gotta keep soldiering on. I started, like, not cutting my family out, but sometimes your family can cause you to go crazy.
You gotta find happiness in yourself.
Yeah, that too. You gotta find
Happiness in yourself. Okay. So how do I do that? How do I find happiness?
You gotta love yourself, and you gotta find ways to figure out who you are and how to love yourself.
See, I'm not putting neither one of you on camera, by the way, but
No, okay, that's fine.
unless you want to. So basically, I've been struggling to find myself and find happiness for a real long time. And I thought I was happy, but then I started living on my own and having to support myself. And instead of helping myself out, I decided to help other people who didn't deserve it. And I was backstabbed, lied to, taken advantage of. And ever since those bad experiences, I don't know how to get back how I was prior to that.
And you know what? That's learning experience. That's a learning curve that you go through life, and you know, it's all about chances. It's you take that chance to help that other person. Yeah, and then they turn around and backstab you, then you cut them off. You say, you know what, done. And you just gotta take it as okay, like charity. You know what I mean? You help them out. You do what you gotta do, and then they're gonna realize you're not gonna give them that second chance. You know what I mean? Just cut them out. Cut them out. Don't let them back in your life, and don't let them burn you a second time. That's how I do. That's how I do shit. I help you out. You burn me, then you're done. I'm really. It sounds horrible, but I'm really good at not cutting people out, but just like
One chance and that's
yeah.
it.
I don't
See, that's
talk
how
to
I was my whole life, and that's why I'm single.
you.
Because as soon as they lost my trust, I couldn't forgive.
Yeah.
And that fills
Well, if
me with
somebody
a lot of
loses
regret.
your trust, then they're not worth your trust in the first place.
I think it was just me being petty, though.
I mean, yeah, I guess.
But
It's hard, depending on what the circumstances and what's taking place.
I was gonna. Oh, so you wanna know what my dad told me when he found out that my friend stole money from me? Don't loan anybody more than $20.
Oh,
Yeah.
you experienced that.
You wanna know what I learned? If you're gonna loan money, get a written contract so he can take their ass to court.
True.
Some sort of written text message, some sort of, you know, something. That's why it's like, you know, for me, I always, you know, for me, every time I borrow money from my like mom or my sister, you know, I give them a time frame. Like I always let them know, hey, I can't pay you right back, you know, right away. You know, I have to give you, you know, you might get your money back in within 6 months, you know, and I told them if you can do it, then do it. If you can't, then it's okay. I'll figure something out, you know. But I always pay my mom back within, you know, a reasonable amount of time. Unless one time she's like, oh, don't pay me back. Just, you know, help her out with some things around the house or do some things for her, you know, or whatever. And, you know, we do it that way.
So to wrap up this video, because it's going on 10 minutes, over 10 minutes, what advice do you have for today's generation growing up?
It's hard. There's so much. Kids nowadays, I mean, respecting other people is one of the biggest thing because they, you know, they think they know everything and own everything. It's just respect of others.
But you can't teach respect. Respect is earned.
Well, no, you can teach respect.
You can teach this.
I teach my children how to respect other people's, you know, things and respecting people, you know, by not talking rude to other people. Yeah, there is respect, earned respect. Yeah, you know, you go places and, you know, depending on what you're doing, you gotta
You
earn
can
it.
also lose respect.
Exactly. But the biggest thing is respecting other people. You know, I've seen a lot of kids trash talking in front of people, swearing and stuff, and not, you know, caring who's around them. You know.
That happens here all the
All the
time,
time,
summer
yep.
and spring, with the school being right
Kids,
next
yep,
door.
all the time at the park too.
I know, you told me
I
about the
take my
park.
kids to the park and there's kids in their mouth, you know, they're running off and they're just swearing and stuff, and it's like, you know, there's other people around, you know.
There's a funny story to that. I actually got told to say a bunch of swear words when I was little. I was at the swimming pool. They're like, say these words as loud as you can. We'll give you money.
Oh my goodness.
And I got kicked out.
Oh my goodness, you're like doing that real quick.
No, I was a little kid. But so respect. Anything else? How do you get through a hard day?
For me,
Yeah.
you know what? For me, it's, I don't know. It's like,
Try to always look at positive things. Smiling takes you a long way too. Put that smile on your face. Try to think of positive things. Don't dwell on negative, because the dwelling on the negative is what brings you down. And
just find a glimpse of hope. For me, I love being outside. If I have a long day, I get up. The first thing, I know it sounds crazy, like after getting off of work here, I go to sleep and I get up and I go sit outside. I take my chair and I find my sunny spot outside my backyard, and I just sit out there. And I just collect sunshine. I just sit out there for a good probably 10 to 15 minutes, and then I get up, and then you know, sometimes I'll go and make coffee or I'll get something to drink, and I just, you know, okay, well, I gotta get done. You know, it's like I mean, there's days when you think about, you know, okay, God, there's so much to do, there's so much stuff, you know, my brain goes 100 miles, you know.
But what if you don't have anything to do because you basically are set in life, so you don't have a schedule on your days off, you don't have to plan on your days off, you don't have to do anything on your days off?
Take that time to reflect. Take that time to sit and, you know, watch a good movie. Take that time to, you know, reach out to someone you haven't talked to. Take that time to just, you know, I mean, you don't, there's days when, you know, I wish I didn't have to run around and do 1,000 things, you know, take my kids to here, take this kids to there. You know what I mean? Like when I get home, I gotta go. I get to sleep, and I gotta get up like I was telling you. I gotta take my daughter to work, and then I gotta get home, and I gotta think about all the laundry. I got like 50 loads of laundry I gotta do.
The laundry never stops.
Yep, I
when
got
you have
laundry,
kids.
and then I got the dogs, and I gotta brush them again because they're summer coats. So it's like there's days when I think about I just want to just sit and watch TV, but then when I do get that little chance to sit down and watch TV,
You enjoy it more?
I do enjoy it. But then there's time, but I don't because I'm thinking about all the other things that I gotta do